Hey, beautiful family. So, I'm recording this quick. I had a feeling when I posted anything about COVID 19 that people would respond with unstable emotion. And I would hope that those people have heard words that I've said and understand where they are. You can't live in emotion like that. It's unstable, you're unproductive. Now, if people are saying, I can't believe you're buying into this corona scam. So let's just look at this clearly. Is there a virus? Yes, definitely, 100%. You can't say there's not. Is it hurting vulnerable persons who have pre existing medical conditions? Yes. Is it always hurting them? No. Is it as bad as the media has made out in the West? No, I don't feel it is personally. Is it being used to change the global system? As I said over and over again in 2015, publicly in 16, that there would be some events that would reset and change the economy towards this new globalist system, a different system. Is it being used for that? Definitely. You can see it, vaccination passports, etc., etc. Anyone can see that. It's super clear. Can this virus kill a cerebral palsy child? Yes, and it is killing cerebral palsy children. Can it kill a HIV child? Yes, and it is killing HIV children. Does that mean that we should all be in lockdown? I said before, it makes sense to me that you give precautions to the sick and you let everybody else carry on their life so economy continues and nobody suffers. That's why it doesn't make sense. But I've said that. I've said that if you've missed that. So for people to say, I can't believe you're buying into this COVID scam because people think it's a scam to reset the global economy. And even I think the president of the country I'm in has his suspicions that this is being used to manipulate the global economy into a different type of system. And it would seem it is, and with great success. Our human behaviors are altering greatly, just as after the war in terror they were altered greatly. However, as a spokesperson for a community of single mothers with disabled children, I am a spokesperson for them and I believe in diplomacy. I don't believe in monarchy. And so this is the decision that they made. And for those persons who could not withhold it, those persons who were so obsessively looking at masks, corona, etc., which is going to happen because you're living it every single day, to then just start spouting it all out again, it's just wrong. It's just not the right place, guys. And it just shows your own emotional edginess going on. It's like neurotic frustration you're throwing at me. And yes, I speak for an international charity, but I think something so important that a lot of people don't think of. If you are living inside another person's creation and you react to that creation and say, I don't like what's happening, you are still living in the other person's creation. If, however, and also if you really believe that this is a pre planned narrative that is being outrolled, then why do you think reacting to a point in that narrative is going to get you anywhere? It's not. It's not. And I'm sorry, but it just won't. This is why data mining exists. It would be well aware, if you were a globalist leader, that how the humanity would react, including the reaction of people like that. Because it can be anticipated, because it's obvious, because it's emotional, and emotional nature is something that you need to understand to hunt an animal, to hunt human consciousness. However, the only thing that can't be predicted is original creation gifted to your heart by God. And you find that by disconnecting from your emotions and getting still and asking God what God wants you to do and having faith in others too. And furthermore, those people who say, I'm going to unsub because you bought into the COVID scam, despite everything I've just said, clearly showing that I do have great concerns about the origin of this, where it came from, etc. This is cancel culture. And that same place, deep down inside humanity, is exactly the origin of genocide, etc. It's a very silly place to be able to go, I don't like what you're saying, I'm walking away from you. It doesn't stand with your morals because you're going to end up a minority, and minorities lose in democracy. You have to learn how to communicate, otherwise, you lose when you partake in cancel culture. And I wrote a big thing about this on my Facebook the other day. Maybe I'll put it in at the end, I don't know. Or maybe I'll put it in the community section for you to read. So please just have some respect for my position. I'm speaking on behalf of the community, and I am not in any way a dictator, and thus I will respect the majority decision. And do I have grievances about the COVID-19 pandemic, where it's come from, why it's there, how it came about, how it's changing the economy and human life forever? Absolutely. And I've made that no secret. But at the same time, I am in the position I'm in, and I am in charge of original creation, which God has set me about to do, and it's changing a great lot on this planet. And I will continue to obey God in what He asks me to do, and I will continue to go forward and nurture that original creation to the best of my absolute ability. And I won't do anything to jeopardize that. That isn't going to get me anywhere. For instance, all of a sudden being very vocal and protesting about masks or anything like that is just responding to another person's pre-created story. I've got my own story to create. I don't need to respond to the other one. And of course you can respond, but please understand that that's not going to change anything. The only way that's going to change is people getting together in civil communication and creating original manifestation that opposes this long-standing story which has a great deal of momentum, which cannot be stopped by merely people putting their hands out and saying, I don't like this story that I've been living in anymore. Even though I wasn't in control of its creation, I don't like this part. Now I'm responding. This will not change anything. You have to get together. You have to get together in unity, in love, and we have to build together in opposition of things that we feel we do not want to see on the planet. If we don't take control and create our own manifestations against the outrolling of other people's manifestations, and we merely react to points in their manifestation that we don't like, but the rest of the time we rode along with them, we cannot hope to stop that, because it's a very disempowered state. So please, have a think about what you're saying to me in the comments, and have a think and go look back my old videos. How you can say anything like that to me is so messed up. But above all, for your own soul and for your own peace of mind and for your own ability to forward the truth you want to see, don't partake in cancel culture. It's really a human behavior that we just don't need anymore. We have to come together, and we have to build against those who have come together to build things that we don't like. You can't just respond to what they're doing. You can't do that. It doesn't work. There's too much momentum. And with all the data mining and data that they have, I guarantee they knew that people would respond, a certain percentage would oppose and push against it. It will be known if it's a pre-planned narrative. It would be known. So have a think about that, and then think, so how do we change it? Well, you can't change it like that, because this plan has not happened like that. And it's only the instant gratification mindset that screens and TV, etc., have provided, and the junk food, etc., that makes us think that we can stop it there without any organization and without any original manifestation and creation. I love you all, I really do. But this topic, and I know how hard it is, I know how emotional it is for everybody, but if you're coming from emotion, you're weakened. You can't do that and expect to bring the change you want to change. Love you guys. Stay safe. Be wise. Be still. Don't let this corona make you neurotic. Don't let it hurt you like that. Have a really good, strong think that if you're inside a story of another human's creation, if that's your belief, don't you think they knew that you were going to respond in the way you are? And then don't you think they realize that perhaps it's not an issue if you do? And thus those of us who see that, who are choosing to continue to create original creation in a way whereby we can make a stand to go against these systems that we don't like seeing outrolled on the planet, then perhaps, just perhaps, you can ask whether or not those people can see something a little bit more than you can. Because I promise you, often it is the case. And I never used to see this, but I met a person a few years ago, and they opened my heart and my mind to how it is that we change the world. You don't just push against what's happening to you. You focus all of your attention on building what you want to see, not on trying to stop what you don't want to see, because somebody is already with momentum and power behind that. It's really, really how it works, I promise you. I love you all. Thank you for the love and support of everybody else and the understanding. And please, please, just stop the emotional outbursts. Take a deep breath and get still. Be still and know that God is there. God bless.